Welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. I'm Derek, joined by my brother Ryan. We are here to talk about all the things that us millennials grew up with. Last week I left you off with a Retro Ramble question. It was a little bit of a different one. I got you some homework, but it should be pretty easy, and it's simple. What was the last song that you carpool karaoke it out to? This is just like, you're in the car, song comes on, and you sing along with it. Nothing special. Doesn't have to be with a group or anything like that. Just, what was the last song that you just belted it out to in the car? I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, because we watched Almost Famous last week, I was on a 70s kick, 70s music kick this week. So, Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers Band.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fitting. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I know it's not, it's not like, oh man, you're rocking out. Because it's the Allman Brothers Band, but it's a good song. It's a fun song.
So that's the whole point. Like, you just get in there and, a song comes on and you know the words to, or maybe you don't know all the words to it, but, you go with it anyways, and the music catches you. That's all it is. It's just like you feel it and you're in the moment and you go with it.
Absolutely.
Well, for me, it's a little different. Friday, so I like to listen to XM radio in the truck when I'm driving. It's just easy. I don't have to worry about selecting something on my phone and getting it. It's on, and I don't have to take my phone out of my pocket and dock it or anything like that. So I like it for that. It's just simple. It's easy. Well, Friday they launched a new channel, Maximum Metallica. So that's been on in my truck since that day. And it's just been Metallica. And then they'll play other songs that they like stuff that influenced them or that they just like that's been out or come out or whatever. And anyway, so a couple days ago was the last time I joined in. I've been, taking the kids to and from school. So carpool karaoke is kind of a personal thing. I don't share that with many people. But Metallica Saint Anger was on, and I was enjoying that one. So that was the last one that I was belting it out to, if you will.
Yeah.
Say what you will about that album. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was a great change of pace. It changed their sound, and I like it. But that's me.
I haven't listened to it, and I'm familiar with it, and I know I've heard some songs off of it, but I haven't listened to it enough to give a definitive answer on that. Right. Maybe sometime we'll just have to do our favorite Metallica.
Oh, we're definitely doing a Metallica episode. So, that will happen.
But, honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with Metallica.
No, not at all.
So
it's just great through and through.
Yeah.
That's one of those bands that I can just throw on any album and I'm perfectly fine with.
And you're ready to go. Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
The best, I probably said this on this show before, but the best piece of television I've ever watched is on the latest season of Stranger Things when they're in the Upside Down and gosh darn it, why can't I think of his name? It escaped me all of a sudden. Eddie.
No, Eddie. Is it Eddie? Yeah.
Eddie. Oh my gosh. Plugs in and starts playing Master of Puppets. And the bats come flying. They leave the house so that the rest of the team can get in there and fight Vecna. And you're just, oh man, that whole thing. And he's just up there playing. And I remember watching that. Because when new seasons of that come out, I'll sit down with my wife and our son, and we'll watch them together. And after that scene happened, I grabbed the remote and I paused the TV, and I looked over at them and I said, "That's the best television I have ever seen in my entire life."
And what a
and it had
song.
To do. Oh, right, such a fitting song. Oh my gosh, it just all meshed together, and it was so good. And that's my Metallica moment.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's solid.
Yeah,
that would be great. Yeah, it was definitely. I remember that happening. We were watching it with the family, and I'm like, to my kids, I'm like, you know what he's playing? And they're like, I don't know, like it's Metallica.
Yeah.
It's called Master of Puppets. That makes it's just so it's a perfect song for this. Like the meaning behind the song and what's going on in the show and everything. And they just didn't care. They were like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I enjoyed it for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a great little.
They couldn't appreciate it, but it's okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll the intro and get back into the heart of the episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens.
Do you know what it's like to be streaming a live podcast episode and the only people there to see it are family members and some friends? Don't talk to me about podcasting. We're out there in the stream, on the mics, and we're living it. We are podcasting. And we're going to talk about Airheads today.
That's so true, though. Like, when we first started this, it was like family and friends that were listening to the show. And it's great. I'm glad they did it.
That's right. I appreciate the support very much so.
Yes.
We are podcasting. Absolutely. All right, let's get into it. So we're in some numbers. We're talking about the movie Airheads, 1994. It's a fantastic film. I love this film. I loved it again on the rewatch. I'm going to run the numbers and then we're going to get into what we liked about the movie. And if there's anything we didn't like about the movie. And here we go. Numbers, budget. Of $11.2 million, pretty modest, especially for the time, 1994. It's a pretty small budget, and $11.2 million. That's almost an indie film. $11.2 million. Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Box office weekend. Oof. Any guesses?
I'm guessing this didn't even clear $1 million in the box office.
Well, opening weekend, 1.9 million.
Okay.
Worldwide total box office gross 5.7 million.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that as a slight towards the movie, but
no.
I can see, like, at the time, and like it's really this movie's like honestly really built for a niche audience. I feel like.
For sure.
So I can totally see that.
And not an audience that goes to the theater and sees movies a lot. This is an audience that sits at home and watches movies on repeat.
Yep.
For sure. All right. Tomato meter. What do you think the critics thought of this movie?
The critics.
Yes. Let's start with the tomatoes.
I'm, again, not a slight at the film, but I'm going to say like a 30%.
Very close. 29%.
29. Okay.
29. I think that's the closest guess we've gotten so far.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. The critics were not fans of this one.
No. Again,
I don't understand why. I mean, it's on paper, it's done well, but
yeah.
Again, niche audience.
I'd be curious. I'd like to see what else came out around this
in 1994.
Like, yeah.
Clerks, Pulp Fiction, bunch of movies came out in 94. 94 was a big year for movies. There was a lot of stuff that came out in 94. Jurassic Park. Did Jurassic Park come out in 94? I think Jurassic Park came out in 94 as well. Or was it 92?
93. 93. Was it 93 or 94? I can't remember.
92, 93, 91, 94, 95, somewhere in there. We're just going to keep throwing numbers out there.
93. 1993.
93. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
But I do know 94 was a big year for movies. 94 and 99 were two big years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was Pulp Fiction and Clerks, and then...
Yeah. just goes from there.
Yeah.
All right, popcorn meter. What do you think the audience feels about this one?
I'm going to say closer to 70.
Oh, wow. You were very optimistic with that one. I appreciate that. But the audience
you're very
was split.
wrong with it. Okay.
The audience was split. This one got a 50. Like, just
Okay.
50.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, that's out of 100,000 ratings.
Yeah.
And then looking over at the recent, I guess, most popular ratings, it's like 72, 90, 83, 80, 89, 98, 88, 94. I mean, the most popular ratings are high and favorable. There's only 2 of the 10 most popular ratings that are low, and those are like 0 and 4%. Those are like sandbagging it.
Oh,
Lord.
yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if I've ever watched a movie that I'm like, just going to give it, well,
This movie's absolute garbage.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm gonna get just
You can get
slammed
some hate for that one.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
I've never
I
seen
had
it.
to force myself to finish that. Oh my gosh! I stopped and restarted. No, not restarted, but I stopped and then picked the movie back up. I think 6 times before I finally finished it because like
Wow.
I was going through a sci-fi kick and I'm like, I gotta finish this. Like I've got.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
Right.
I was bored, just mindless
Oh,
with that
wow.
movie. It was But I guess it's a classic for a reason. A lot of people like it. It's
Yeah,
just wasn't for me.
that's true. That's true. Well, that's the numbers. Not favorable. Yeah, not a lot of love for the movie.
No,
I gotta say, but everybody I know that likes this movie loves this movie, and or I just has never heard of this movie. I haven't met anybody that was like, "This movie's awful. I hate this movie. It sucks. Whatever." But yeah, here we are. So that's the numbers. I found this interesting. So we said we were going to watch this movie. And in order to watch this movie, I had to share my DVD with you because this movie is not available to stream anywhere. No. At one point, I owned a digital copy of this movie, and it has been removed from my digital library. They've pulled it from every streaming service everywhere. You cannot stream it anywhere. It's not available anywhere.
That's
the only way you can watch this is if you have the DVD and the Blu-ray. Any guesses what the DVD goes for?
I'm betting now if you can't get anywhere, $40.
20. Which
20. Okay.
I felt like for a DVD
overshooting
pretty
I guess,
high.
today.
Yeah, now Blu-ray. How much do you think the Blu-ray goes for?
Okay, $30.
Are you ready for this? You might want to sit down.
$400
on Amazon. $300 to $400 on eBay.
That is too rich for my blood.
For a Blu-ray.
Nope.
That's insane.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's insane.
I will take the inferior quality of a DVD.
Absolutely.
My
$400 on Amazon is what I saw it for. I was like, no way. And then I looked on eBay. It was like $300 to $400 is what it was going for. Yeah, apparently they had a limited run of prints. It's out of print. Has been out of print for, I think, like nearly 10 years now. Yeah, like it's a whole rights issue is the reason why you can't stream it anywhere. It's the reason why they stopped printing them is because of from what the little bit that I could glean doing some research on this, it comes down to rights around the music because this movie had a lot of music in it. A ton of like really great music.
Yeah, Motorhead.
You got Rob Zombie up there doing live performance, and you got
Lemmy's in there,
and they got Lemmy in there. So yeah, that's my educated guess is that it's all about digital music rights, which is what it seems like a lot of this stuff comes down to as far as like whenever you can't stream something. Like I know Drew Carey shows like a classic example of that. They use so much music throughout the show that you just can't. They can't do streaming rights to it because the music is such a lockdown thing. Although I think I saw the other day you could stream it somewhere. I can't remember where I saw
My wife a while back, she was watching through Dawson's Creek.
Oh yeah.
Old show. And I was laying in bed when like a new episode came on. And I was like, oh, what season do they change the theme song on this?
Oh.
Because the original was like that, I don't want to wait, or whatever. And she's like, they never changed the theme song on this. It's been the same. I said, that's not the Dawson's Creek theme song. So we got to looking it up, and it was licensing issues. The only way they could stream it was to change the theme song.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's nuts. I know they did the same thing on Scrubs. Like, they changed out a bunch of the music on it so they could stream it. Like, because Zach Braff had picked a bunch of, like, up and coming artists and like
great tunes,
some indie, and some really good music, and a lot of it just like took off. And then whenever they went to go negotiate streaming rights, it was an issue. Which I don't understand that they have to renegotiate whenever they went to streaming. I mean, why isn't it that like whenever they agree to distribution, it should just be like whatever distribution channel it is, you get X piece of the pie in perpetuity or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know why they need to go through and renegotiate every single time. That seems like crazy.
But that makes me wonder now. Like, a lot of these movies that we've wanted to cover are not available for streaming. And is this this must be the reason? Like you said, this must be the reason why a lot of them aren't. Yeah, is there's just some
music, or some of the actors like not wanting to sign off, or whatever.
But again, like with the actors not wanting to sign off, it's like when you sign on to be in the film, like I feel like that should be like, hey, this will eventually be put into homes on home video or whatever, and I know at the time, in some form or factor or another. Right. Yeah. At the time, like they didn't know anything about streaming services. I mean, the internet was in its infancy, but like you would think that there's some sort of verbiage in there that says, from now, like you're saying, in perpetuity, from now until the end of time,
we put it on, however we make money off of it.
Yep. We're going to put it out there and you get this, or if you sign a contract and you just say, I'm taking
a flat rate,
$50 million or whatever, just a one-time flat fee. Yeah. But absolutely.
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know any of that stuff, but it just seems like it's overly complicated. Like, why can't it just be, I don't know, but nobody's willing to do anything unless there's money to be made, and there's got to be enough money to be made to be worth it, and so on and so forth. And I mean, I get it. You want to get paid for your time and your service, but like, let's just, let's get the stuff where people want to watch these things. Let's get it out there. Yeah. Stop dragging your feet. Stop making it difficult. But I don't know. That's my little rant for the day. Anyways, Motorhead's in this movie. We got Lemmy.
Yeah.
Which I never noticed it before, but we're rewatching the movie, and there's that whole opening scene where Chaz is breaking into the record industry. He's literally breaking into the record industry, or trying to. Yeah. And he's getting into the the offices of this record label, trying to get their song played. And I noticed on one of the walls, like pretty big, right behind him, is Lemmy. Poster of Lemmy from Motorhead, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" It's like a little I don't know what you call it, a teaser of what's coming up or whatever, Easter egg, I guess. I don't know, but I thought that was worth noting. I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah. But So, anyways, how did you like the movie on the rewatch?
I liked it.
All right.
There was one big thing that kept driving me crazy, and it's because I worked in radio for a lot of years.
I was wondering if
I was a DJ for a lot of years. And if you're running your own board, you're going to have headphones on so that you can hear what the audience is hearing. You can adjust the sound levels to what they need adjusted to. And there's that scene where, I can't remember what the DJ's name was, but he brings the phone line in, and there's that reverb, that ring, 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 ring. And he's like, "Whoa, buddy, you need to turn your radio down." that happens. That is a real thing. That happens.
Yeah.
But he would have had some crazier feedback than that if he had the phone audio going through his speakers in the studio and then going back into his microphone. Like, it would have been like, you're going to put on headphones. And it just, every time they were on the air, it bugged the crap out of me. I'm like, did they not consult anybody that has ever worked in radio ever? Like, I get it if you are maybe doing a talk show and you're not taking phone calls or something, and you've got somebody else in the other booth that is running the board for you. But even then, you need headphones on because that's how they're going to talk to you. Your board operator is going to talk to you through the headphones. Oh my gosh. Drives me up a wall watching this.
Yeah, but headphones don't play good for the camera.
No,
they still play good for the camera. Don't. That's all it comes down to. It's a movie, not a radio show.
That's right. It's obviously.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a fun rewatch.
Good.
I had a few little other qualms, but that was the big thing. And again, it was just because I've worked in that industry and I know like how that operates, and it just it bugged me. But
bugged you. Yeah, I get that.
Great movie. Yeah. Great movie though. Great movie. I enjoyed it.
A lot of fun.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was clever. And I like how the name Airheads is a play on not just them being like metalheads, but they're also kind of idiots in a way. And it's fun. Yeah. And I mean that in a good way. Like they're guys you want to hang out with. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Lots of fun. Absolutely. I loved it. I enjoy this movie. I almost watched it twice. Like, I watched it, and then today I was like, I'll watch it again just before we get on. And then time didn't allow that. But, man, I do love this movie. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I spent a lot of time rewatching this movie over the years. I rewatched this one a lot. I feel like if this one was available on streaming, I would be rewatching it a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of, it kind of gets like, not forgotten about, but pushed aside because, it's just, it's not popping up on anything. Like whenever I go to watch TV now, it doesn't come up in my feed at all. It doesn't come up on anything because it's not available to watch anywhere. And it hasn't been for a couple of years, which is, again, just crazy to me. I can't believe it, but I'm going to get off of that. That's been the one thing that's been bugging me this week. For sure. That's been bugging me this week. But, literally a movie about guys literally breaking into the recording industry by breaking into a radio station just so they can get their song played on the air. I mean, I completely get where these guys are coming from. Like, we have been trying to figure out how to get this little podcast of ours into the ears of the people that would appreciate it. And it feels very much so like this, like, you just can't get, like, it's difficult to do that. Like, I feel like we need to break into a radio station and put the podcast on the air or something.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. And it's the same way with music. Like, I'm not comparing us to musicians at all. No, but
for sure.
They're like the market is so saturated in our case with podcasts. It's hard to find, and then it's the same way with music. I mean, how many people are out there making music? And especially during this time in 1994, before they didn't have internet streaming. So like now you can put yourself on YouTube. You can, put yourself on Spotify or whatever, and you can probably get a little bit better chance of finding an audience that way. But back then it was like, we got to have a record deal. We got to get this played on the air because otherwise nobody's going to hear us.
Yeah. And then I know that there were a couple of like bands that were local that did not have record deals and did not want record deals or to be on the radio. They just wanted to play gigs locally, and that's what they did. And we'd hear about them, and they'd have their albums that they would cut, but they would press them themselves, like CDs. and sell them at the show, $5 or whatever, and you get a copy of like 4 or 5 of their songs. But yeah, like they just didn't want it. They weren't interested in it. And then I feel like there was a local scene that we miss now. Like, maybe I'm just not tapped into it, but it felt like back in the 90s and even the early 2000s, there was a bit of a local music scene that you could tap into. And I could go downtown Dallas and hit up any number of clubs, at least 6 that I knew of, that were in close enough proximity that I could walk between them, and on a Friday or a Saturday night, catch live music for a couple bucks entrance fee, and all like generally local bands or at least regional bands. Nothing big, nothing like too big, but catch some live local music if you wanted to. It was always a good time, but I feel like that's not so much the case anymore. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm.
I don't know, because I'm not really tapped into that too much anymore now either. I mean, I remember when I was playing with a couple bands. We would go to, I didn't live very far from a college town, and we would go up to the college town, and they had a big scene. Like, they had basically this bar district that you go to, and there would always be bands playing at these different bars, and you'd go in there, and we played a couple shows at those, and then you'd meet other local bands, and you might pass each other, like hand each other your CDs or something, so that you could listen to each other, and you kind of make connections that way. But yeah, I mean, then there's something about going to those, and like the band gets done, and then they come down, and they're just in the crowd, and they just want to drink, or something, and you can talk to them, and it's not like you're trying to, you got to fight to get some backstage pass or something, you're just talking with normal people about shared interest. And, there is too, though. I mean, you do kind of have, and I kind of see it in this too, in this movie, to kind of get back to that. But there is a little bit of a rivalry with everybody too, because it's like, you're fighting with each other, so to speak. At the end of the day to get shows. Yeah, that slot. So there is that. And I hate that about like the industry and the indie music scene, and really all that. 'Cause, people should be, celebrating each other's music. And I don't know, that's my hippie stance on it, I guess. But instead of just having to fight, to try to get in, like, let's listen to each other and let's, give each other some tips. Like, oh yeah, that song worked, or, what'd you think about this song? Well, that was good, but why don't you try putting a bridge here, or something. Like, I don't know.
I feel like now with like the platforms, like you're talking about YouTube, Spotify, all that, where you can put up your own music and let people take it how they may. I feel like there might be a little bit more of that now. There might be a little more community to it, because you don't necessarily have to fight for the Saturday night slot at the local grindhouse or whatever. You don't have to fight to get that one record contract that the record producer is going to put out there. Like, they've kind of lost a little bit of that grip. The industry has lost a little bit of that grip as far as like distribution and whatnot. Like, there are people that distribute the music straight to the audience now through Spotify and stuff, and they, obviously Spotify or whoever is going to take a little bit of a cut of that, but they get a bigger piece of the pie because of that. But, they have to be their own promoter. They have to be their own, PR person and all that, and do all that stuff. But I know, like, my son listens to music that he's discovered on like YouTube, the people that just like put their music up on YouTube, and he likes that kind of stuff and taps into that. And so I think it is. I think it's just like it's shifted. And, I'm not tapped into it, so I don't know exactly, but that's just kind of what I guess have gauged from what I've seen recently is that, I think it's shifted online. Like, there's not as much, going down to the club and finding it out on a Friday night. It's, we're going to jam in the garage and we're going to put out a video on YouTube and see how it does. Yep. Type of thing. So, but I don't know. That's the way I see it.
So where would the Lone Rangers be today?
Oh, that's a good question. Where are they today? Yeah, like if we were gonna do a sequel or something today, I would be okay. I like this. Let's go with that. All right, so Lone Rangers. It's now what, 30? Oh, God.
They're on the
30
classic
years,
rock station.
30 years right later. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, they are. I mean, hey, Metallica's still out there rocking hard, and it's been, almost 50 years for them. So,
Yeah.
who's the 40, 45, almost 45 plus years? They started in 81.
Something like, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
They've
Anyways.
been playing, yeah.
So, yeah, Chaz and the guys in Lone Rangers. Well, they gotta still be the Lone Rangers. Yeah, they had that
Have to
album
be.
from prison. I feel like they had a couple. I think they did their Live from Prison album, and then they did a studio album, very successful. And then I feel like they did a follow up studio album, and like everybody else, sophomore slump, it wasn't that great. Maybe they went their separate ways for a little while, joined up with some other bands, did some different things. I feel like Pip went into world music, kind of started like just bohemian, moving around the world, playing different, like, bongoing with like tribesmen in Nepal or something, and, hanging out with all these different like cultures and stuff, and learning about like different forms of music and spiritualism and all that kind of stuff. He got highly into spiritualism without being specific. Like he would come back and talk about like God and the water and all this other stuff. But anyways, and Chaz, he's a front man. He's a leader. He probably, continued to jam and did a solo thing, and it was okay, well received, but not, spectacular. And what was the other guy's name? You had Chaz, you had Pip, and you had the brother. I can't remember the other brother's
Steve
name.
Buscemi. That's what I'm.
Steve Buscemi's character. Yeah, whoever he was. I can't remember his name. So yeah, Steve Buscemi's character is I don't think he did so
Rex.
well. I feel like Rex. That's right. Yes, Rex. Yep. Oedipus Rex here on KPBX. Yes. I don't think he did so good. I think he suffered from wanting to chase that stardom. He did a lot of reality TV, is what he did. Yeah, he ended up doing a lot of reality TV, continuing to chase that stardom, but couldn't quite, make it all work. And anyway, so the 30th anniversary of 25th anniversary of the Live from Prison album comes out, and they get back together. Like they start like talking around the 25th anniversary, and then they just start like, jamming a little bit. And after a few months, they decide, let's get back together. Let's do another album. So they get back together and they put out a killer album, Return to the Fold. And now they're riding high on that, and reunion tours and everything, and working on their fourth album, if you will. That's my guess as far as where they're at. How about you? What are you thinking?
Wow. No.
Did I paint enough of a picture for you?
Gosh, that's hard to follow that one up. I think they got out. They get out of prison. That album went triple platinum. They had everything at that point, but I feel like, they put a studio album out. They get that together. They're touring. And then they kind of have a little slump because Chaz's girlfriend and him just don't work out, because you can see it. It's written all over the wall, the entire movie. This is not.
That's going to be my follow-up question. Are they still together?
No, they're not together. She's high maintenance, and he wasn't dealing with it anymore. But in this reality, she dumps him.
Oh, yeah.
And
because he wouldn't dump her.
No. And he leaves. He pulls a Neil Peart sort of from Rush.
Right.
If you're are you familiar with Neil Peart at all?
Not enough.
It's okay. It's a little different here. There was a point, like I think within a 2 or 3 month span, Neil Peart's wife and daughter both died, and he like took off, like he left from playing music for a little while, and he just like drove around the country on his motorcycle. So I think that Chaz, his girlfriend, splits from him, and even though she's high maintenance, he part of him just hates her. but part of him loves her. And he's really torn up about it. And he just has to step away from the band for a while. And he's just kind of on this lost pilgrimage for maybe a year or so.
Okay.
And he comes back, and the band starts playing again, and they decide, hey, let's do another studio album. So they do it. And the other two, Pip and Rex, are fine during this time. They sort of understand, and they're like, you know what, we've got the money, we've got what we need. I think Pip marries what's her name,
the groupie girl, yeah.
She gets him,
yeah,
through and through, and he gets her, and that is peanut butter and jelly, and they are stuck together forever.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is, and. Yeah, so they're okay, they're hanging out while Chaz is gone. He comes back and they decide, all right, hey, let's, he's got all this hurt that's been inside of him. He's got all these song ideas, and they start playing music, and this third album comes out, and it's like you're saying, people are just like, where is this even coming from? They win Grammys for it. They, it goes quadruple platinum, and they're still playing today.
All right.
They still, and that the DJ is still their manager.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I would like to make an amendment. Now that we've talked about this a little bit, I'm going to make an amendment to mine. I'm going to keep everything the same, except they get back together around 25th anniversary, right? And they're deciding they're going to do another album. They try and do the album, but they can't get it together. They can't get it to work. Well, the part that I'm going to amend is during, early on during, all this, like around 2000, Chaz and Kayla have a kid. They have a little, I don't know, boy or girl, whatever. They have one before they get divorced. And then Pip and his girl have a couple of kids. And Rex has at least 6 from various women across the board. Just random kids. And in fact, I think one of them pops up at some point during all this and is like, hey, by the way, you're my dad. But yeah, so he's got just like a litter of kids that are just from all over. Anyways, at this point, all their, it's a musical families all around.
Yeah.
The kids are in the studio and they're messing around with the music, and they bring the Lone Rangers sound into the modern era and form kind of a spin-off band, a more modern band. And they take the mantle and start to run with it. And
I see.
Then the parents come up and they start, managing them a bit and guiding them and helping them out with all this other stuff. Like Rex runs the road crew, and Chaz is kind of their general manager, and Pip is promotions. He's going to be in charge of promotions. But that's the way I see it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, make it a family affair.
I've got to add one thing here.
Okay.
30 years later.
Yeah.
So last year, 2024, they are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
For that first album, the Live from Prison or whatever.
And Rex is up there putting the hip moves on that bass. Was that not a hilarious scene when he's in jail, they're in prison, they're playing, and he's just like really getting into playing,
grinding on it.
And then Pip's like, dude, Rex, don't. He looks and he sees the two men staring at him, and he just kind of smiles and just kind of
he's like, nope,
stops what he's doing. Yeah.
Just looking at him like so confused and bewildered by what he's doing. Like, well, that's the last place you want to meet your future husband, I guess. But
yeah, I suppose.
Man, well, to bring it back to the movie. So rewatching this movie, the toy store, man, I forgot like what it was like just like from the little glimpses we got, I forgot what it was like to be in those toy stores. Remember like going into like Toys R Us, KB Toys, all those, and just toys stacked to the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
And aisles and aisles, an entire store devoted to toys.
Of toys.
It's just a foreign concept now. That's insane. I mean, I can't believe that, like, we lived through the heyday of toys for sure. And man, if I would have known what I was missing, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, you'd go in there, especially like after a birthday or something. You got $100.
Oh,
and you're
burning
just
a
like,
hole in your pocket.
I can buy anything in
I'm
this
a
store
king.
for $100. I could buy one in your mind. I could buy one of everything on the shelf.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, I miss those days. I really do.
Yeah.
And toys just aren't the same anymore. Like
They're not. They're so like they don't do toys like these. They used to make toys for everything. Now it's like they're very precious about it. They don't make it unless it's an absolute proven mega hit. And then they're gonna make a toy for it. Yep. And then they're gonna make 1,000 toys for it. And you're like, oh god, okay, we've done Jurassic Park. Let's move on to something else. Stop making dinosaurs. You're making the exact same things.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
Yeah.
Lego, I feel like it's the only thing that's really innovating. And even that, they're just getting new IPs and creating new things. That's really all it's doing is you're just adding more, I don't know, sets to the lineup.
Yeah.
And it's still Legos. At the end of the day, it's still building blocks.
That's all it is. That's right. It's still Legos.
Right. And they're the most innovative. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know. The last cool toy I remember seeing was my kids. My son got into these little monsters. They were little monster dolls that are probably like, I don't know, like 6 inches tall. Mm-hmm. And they come in little plastic cages. And they'd have like an icon with them. Like one of them was like an ice monster, so he was like blue and fuzzy, and he'd have like a like an astropop basically with a bite taken out of it as his little thing, and it had like a little like magnet in it, so basically like you would touch it to like different parts of its body or its like tongue or its like head or its hand or whatever, and it would react and like make noises, or maybe its eyes would move and talk or whatever. It was kind of like a Furby monster type of thing with like a wand that would activate it in different ways. That was pretty cool, I thought. And it was really neat. It was really well packaged. Came in this little like cage with like a chain around it and like a key. And then you take the key off, you unlock the cage, the chains fall off, and then like the cage doors fall down like walls. Your monster's freed. You get to play with your monster. Yeah. They were really cool. That was the last cool toy I think I've seen. Yeah. But yeah, this movie made me kind of miss toy stores. Like looking at that toy store, that was really cool. Did you catch the Sin City poster they had in their apartment?
No, like the old Frank Miller, like
the old Frank Miller Sin City. Yeah, it's in there. Like they had the Stretch Armstrong, between the door opening.
Armstrong,
he was on one. The poster was on one side towards the bottom.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought it was cool.
What was with Chaz's supervisor? Because like he goes to leave, and I know he's like leaving in the middle of work or whatever, but his supervisor is like, I'm going to tell old man Covington.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to tell old man Covington.
What tell old man Covington?
I'm like, is this a Scooby-Doo episode? Like, what is this?
Right. I expected old man Covington to show up at the rock concert like, you're supposed to be at work.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like that was I think they were kind of like, this is a dweeby character. Let's make him a little dweeby. And that's all that was. But it was just kind of like, it was a way for him to kind of buck authority without it. I mean, it really wasn't much authority, but it was just kind of like him going, screw it, I'm out, whatever. Yeah. And I think he quit, didn't he? He quit because
I think he did. Yeah. He was done with it.
Right. I don't think that was his first or last job.
Well, was it him who was the pool cleaner?
Pip was the pool cleaner.
Pip was the pool cleaner.
Pip's pool cleaning. Okay.
Yeah. Pip's pool cleaning. I hate pool cleaning.
Which is that when the guy was telling the story, the SWAT guy was telling the story to Michael Richards' character about like his wife cheating on him with the pool boy. Was it Pip?
I don't think
Could
it
have
was
been
Pip.
Pip. You don't think it's Pip?
At first I thought that, but then
Yeah.
like the way he said it, I don't know. I don't remember what it was exactly. Something changed my thought process on that of, oh, he just sees the pool cleaning service logo on the van.
Yeah.
And it brings back bad memories. And he's like, I don't like any pool cleaners.
Oh,
These guys
the guys were
terrible.
like, it was the other guys that came up and they said, he goes, did you find anything in that van? And he's like, nah, we didn't find anything, just like this, that, and then a bunch of pool cleaning gear. And he's like, pool cleaning gear?
Yeah.
he who was that actor? Holy Lord, he was just chewing up that part. Like, just laying it on as thick as I've ever seen anything. Man,
And it made it, though. It made it. Like, it is over the top, but it's okay. Yeah. Like, it needs to be that way for the tone that this movie has to it.
Yeah, you kind of need that. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I
was disappointed, though, that he didn't really have any consequences for, like, you know, putting the gun in there with Michael Richards and for, you know, having all that, like, the inside man and everything, because he was told you need to step back. Like, you don't send anybody in there. There was no real consequences for him. No. Like, you didn't really see any, other than, like, he thought that he was going to pull one over on Chaz and get everybody to hate him. Yeah. And then everybody turns around and they're like,
your name is Chester, which that was the most ridiculous thing.
Right.
Like, they were definitely playing him up as like a jock type. Like, he was definitely like the jock picking on like the nerdy metal guy.
Yeah.
In high school. Like, it was very high school like in that respect. You know, you got kind of Ernie Hudson playing a bit of the principal role, if you will, in the law enforcement or taking charge of the situation, if you will. And then like he's very much so like a bully like a jock bully in high school. Like, oh, your name is Chester, you are just a loser for real, and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, I mean, what does it matter that that's his name? And then like Chaz is kind of like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, my name was really Chester, and I like to play D&D, and I pick my boogers and all this other stuff. And it's like,
and everyone's just like, I used to play D&D too. Now, my favorite of all that, though, was that one guy. It's like, I used to wear corduroy pants. And then everyone's like, oh, like that's crossing the line. Wearing corduroy pants.
I was editor of the school magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. That was a fun part. That was a fun part for sure.
Yeah. And it's so true, though, right? Like, if you look at a lot of, let's just say, metalheads, people that listen to metal, a lot of us have been
we're a little nerdy.
Nerdy stuff. Yeah, it's just like, it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. Like, you would think, you know, somebody that's into metal is just going to be like all about just beating people up, you know, or whatever.
The cool kids aren't into metal. Metal is like, it's anti-establishment. It's
a fringe.
Yeah. It's not the cool kid music.
Yep.
It's just what it is. Absolutely. Yeah. And so I find it funny. Like, they come into the radio station and they're just trying to get their song on the air. You know, they break in, they're talking to the DJ, and it turns out that they were on the air the whole time. Milo comes in, he's all, up in arms, which, why was he so dead set against allowing the DJ, what's his name? I don't remember.
What was his name?
Jimmy? Oh. Jimmy. No, Jimmy was the record producer guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Ian the Shark.
Ian, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So why was Milo so dead set against Ian doing his program the way he wants to do it? He's like, you got to hit these numbers and do these things at this certain time, blah, blah, blah. If he was just going to shut down and change the station at midnight anyways,
Yeah.
Like, what did he care what he did with the
It didn't
radio?
make any difference at that point.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Like, if he hadn't stepped in, this would have been a totally different movie. It would have been over so much faster.
Yep.
It wouldn't have escalated like it, but Milo comes in with that attitude. This, what are you doing on my program? Blah, blah, blah. And it just escalated the whole situation so fast. Like, so fast. It's just like, in a moment, they got guns out and they're ready to go. But, which I forgot how quickly all that happens. Like, I think it's within the first 20 minutes and they've got
It is.
the radio station held hostage. It's so quick. But what'd you think of Sons of Thunder? The Sons of Thunder.
The Sons of Thunder.
That's the band that they go and they see at the when they go to the club before they go to the radio station to hijack, and they get the idea for we need to get our record on the air. They're at the club. Ian's introducing the Sons of Thunder. They come out and they're wearing, like, I don't know, like, they look like Native Americans or something. I can't, like, describe it accurately, but it's definitely not appropriate. They're gimmicky for sure. And they come up to the microphone and he's like, "Hey, I just want to thank Ian for getting her song on the radio and basically getting us signed." And then that's when Chaz is like, "Light bulb, I need to get the song on the radio."
Yes. Now
they play that song, "Don't Hate Me."
Yes. Yeah, my cat was scratching at the door at the same time, so I was trying to, but yes, yeah. That's why I stepped away for a second. No, yeah, I do remember. How did those guys get signed?
No, I don't know. This is pantaloons or whatever they're wearing.
Oh my gosh.
So that's actually a real band. The Sons of Thunder. Yeah, but they don't go by Sons of Thunder. They go by the Galactic Cowboys. And they're out of Houston, of all places.
I like that. I like that better.
Yeah, Galactic Cowboys. They played the Sons of Thunder. And that song, "Don't Hate Me," I think is one of their songs.
Okay.
Like, it's a real song that they play. And the name Sons of Thunder is actually, I was looking it up because I was like, who played the Sons of Thunder? Apparently it's a Bible verse. Like, this is a thing from the Bible, the Sons of Thunder. Like, God referred to, or not God, Jesus, I think, referred to somebody as the Sons of Thunder. Anyways, I thought it was interesting, but I didn't go back and look it up more. But I thought I'd point that out. It's got some biblical implications there, which was interesting.
Oh yeah. I'm looking this up here. I guess I do remember this. It's just not something that
that's not talked about a lot. Right?
No,
like,
not really. But yeah,
it's not John 3:16 or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Anyway,
that is interesting.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is
but
interesting.
They changed it to Sons of Thunder, which is like a biblical reference. So,
yeah.
I don't know, maybe they're going for something there.
I mean, the band's not metal, but doesn't that sound pretty metal? They're like Sons of Thunder.
Sons of Thunder.
Oh
right?
my gosh. Yeah.
Sons of Thor or something. Yeah, you kind of bringing that Norse mythology to it, if you will. But yeah. Anyway, so before we get, we're getting pretty into the weeds on this, but we're running out of time. We got to run our favorites. Best line in the movie. Do you have a best line? Favorite line in the movie?
It was the "I'm gonna tell old man Covington."
Oh, okay.
It was
the delivery, or just
it was the delivery, and it's just it came out of a place where you're just like, wait, what? what is this?
All right, yeah,
I don't know.
For me, I think it's got to be whenever they introduce themselves to Ian, and he's like, they're like, we're the Lone Rangers. It's really that whole interaction where he's like, well, who are you guys? And Pip's like, well, I'm Pip. And he's like, no, the band name. This one doesn't wear a helmet, does he? What's the band name? And like, oh yeah, we're the Lone Rangers. Oh, Lone Rangers. Wait, how can you be the Lone Rangers? Well, there's three of you. You're not exactly lone. Shouldn't you be like the three Rangers? Like, just that whole thing was just one of my favorite parts. It's so funny. I love it so much.
And when he announces, when they've got the reel-to-reel and they're going to play the demo, and he announces it on there, he's like, I can't remember whatever the name of the song is.
For the first time ever, I'm guessing.
The Lone, like he doesn't want to say it. He's like, the Lone Rangers.
That was great. I love it. And then the demo tape gets wasted, and they're like, "Run!" Like the first instance of panic. It was great. So, all right. One thing: why in these movies are the air ducts always so big and able to support a full-grown human thrashing around so erratically without anybody detecting it? Like they don't hear it throughout the whole movie.
No,
how's it possible?
I mean, even with the drop ceiling, you're going to be able to hear that. Like the tiles in the ceiling are not that thick. You know, I don't know. That is one thing that bothered me. It was so there's that. But then I feel like Michael Richards' character was just subjugated to just be this slapstick, like there wasn't much depth to him other than like, oh, he's going around and he's stuck in the vents and he caught his arm on fire. And I'm like,
he
Michael
got blown
Richards
to the side.
Oh, yeah. Great actor. And this is all like, and he was doing Seinfeld at this point. Like, the Seinfeld was going on. You can't do more with this character. Like, and I don't know if maybe that just got cut. Because the beginning, you can see it, like where he's like, "Oh, I've got a proctology appointment," or whatever, and it's like starting to kind of, it opens up as something like, oh, something could possibly come out of this character, and then like he's in the ducts, and then like that's about all the rest that he's in there, right?
Then he just
this movie. And you just don't see him anymore. And I wish...
Yeah, you really don't. He did just kind of... Like, he stayed in the ducts. Maybe he's still in the ducts. I don't know.
I just wish they would have done more with the character. Because I think Michael Richards could have done great stuff with him. But
I think it was just comic relief. That's all they wanted him for.
Yep.
Yeah. But, like, the air ducts, I think I know why. This is the same building. Do you recognize the building?
Nakatomi Plaza.
It's Nakatomi Plaza. That's right.
Yep.
Same building from Die Hard. Bruce Willis rolled around these same air vents.
That's right. Yep.
So maybe they were, they reinforced them after that. I don't know, but Nakatomi Tower. I can't believe that. That's great. Like I'm watching the movie. I'm like, holy Lord, that is Nakatomi Tower.
It's one of those things. Sure enough. It's one of those things that it's so iconic when you see it, you know it. It's like when I watch, I mean, if I see the Universal lot on any movie, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the Universal lot.
Yeah.
Like if you watch enough movies, like you see these things recurring because they use a lot of the same sets for different movies. I mean, they change them up a little bit, but
Nakatomi Tower, which the whole movie was filmed in LA, like different spots, like Whiskey Go Go and Nakatomi Tower, and I forget the other place. There's like 2 or 3 other locations, but they're all like LA. It was all filmed in LA, which is just like, it's pretty cool. Like that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Anyways, so well, I think I've covered just about everything. You got a favorite scene or anything you want to roll out? Any other little tidbits you want to drop? Ernie Hudson giving 110%.
There you go. Yeah. That was I did like that, and I like the questions that they're asking, like see if he's a real true record executive,
yes.
and he's just completely failing miserably.
Well, that was Harold Ramis, but Harold Ramis is great.
Yes, Harold Ramis. Yeah, I liked Marcus. He was, I don't know, just the way he was carrying on, I think was funny. I love when he's like, they're trying to move everybody into the conference room, and he's a white man with a gun. Like it's
same thing. Been having my people fall on somebody is.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, I like that character quite a bit, and I like when was it Pip or was it Rex that was trying to talk to him about like Jimi Hendrix
Pip,
or whatever, and he's just
Hendrix.
Like,
what are you
talking
down,
about,
man?
Like, yeah.
You mind stepping back?
Yeah,
standing on my token.
I don't know. What was your favorite scene?
I think it was the scene where they're he's asking about the band, like I talked about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be that, or I don't know. Yeah, I think it's that one. I'm gonna go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I
guess there's also the change in format. Like whenever he comes out, he goes into the office and he finds the box full of like things that like it's going easy listening, and he confronts what's his name, Michael Keaton's character Milo about the station changing formats, and like starts fighting with him. You can see like there's a change. Not only he realizes, like I'm out of a job now, but like he kind of like starts taking their side after that point. I feel like he flips a bit. And I thought that was I like that scene too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just that whole confrontation. But I interrupted you, sorry.
No, that's all right. I don't know. I really can't put my finger on any one specific scene that I just thought was the best. I think it's a great movie through and through.
Yeah.
I just can't think of one specific scene that stood out to me that I thought was better than any of the others.
It just kind of flows too.
It does. I mean, I like how it's not really a specific scene necessarily, but I like how all of their hostages really start sympathizing with them, except for Milo.
Yeah.
And they all kind of become friends with him. Like when they let, what's her name? She was the receptionist. When they let her, Yvonne, when they let her go, and she's just kind of like, all right, well, I'll see you guys later, or whatever. And,
pack your stuff. You'll be home in time for The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I like whenever he's like, we got to figure out who to let go. And Milo's like, well, I don't think we necessarily have to say it's a woman right away. We can draw straws, or we could, and then Chaz is like, yeah, that's okay. Yep. Yvonne, let's go. You can go.
Yeah. Well, I like when they first say, like, we got to send somebody out, and Pip's like, I'll go.
Yeah, anything with Pip was just like, it was, oh my God, that was like grade A. One of the best Adam Sandlers that I think this is on like in my top 2, maybe 3 Adam Sandler performances, because it's
sure
so much fun. He's such he's so lovable, and he's a goofball, and he's really dim, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun with him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anybody else doing that part.
Yeah.
We need to.
And Chris Farley being in this too.
Yeah.
Like he's I think he does a great job, and I love seeing him as a cop,
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, section 4938 says to do this or whatever. And he's like, so by the book. But when he goes into the club and he's looking for Chaz's girlfriend, and those guys confront him, and they're like, look, we got the pig or whatever here. And they pull his badge off and break it. Right. What are you going to do about that? And he just reaches over and grabs the guy's nipple ring and pulls it out. And I don't know. It's like there's improvise, and it's like, so he's really by the book, and he's kind of a goofball, but he knows how to get the job done if he needs to get it done. And so I liked. That's a good Chris Farley character. I wish we could have seen a little more of him in the movie.
Oh, yeah. I would agree. Well, all right. I mean, okay, other than like my big, we got to hear your beef at the beginning. My only real beef with this whole movie is how are they able, they are constantly running out into the crowd, assaulting the police officers, like kicking them, knocking them over, all this stuff. And at no point, and then the police are just like, yeah, you can go right back in to your hostage situation instead of taking them out in the moment or tackling them to the ground or anything. Like not even attempting anything, just like more worried about crowd control than anything else. How did this hostage situation go on for as long as it did? Like, I don't understand. Like they're running out in the crowd. Like, I don't know. That was my only real beef with the whole movie. Is like the police seemed completely ineffective in control. Well, they were able to control the crowd, and that was about it. And even that like fell apart at the end. So I don't know. Did Ernie Hudson kind of just feel for him a little bit? It was just like, screw it, go for it.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew they were plastic guns the whole time.
That's the sergeant I want. If I'm doing something illegal.
He's like, well, you know what? Nobody's died yet. Let's just see how this plays out.
Fine. It's fine.
Nobody's hurt. Fine. It's okay.
One more thing I'll touch on.
All right.
And then we can wrap this up. I could not spend 5 minutes in a room with David Arquette's character in this movie. Yeah. Oh my gosh. When he's playing that Game Gear, and he's like in front of the... I'm just like, oh gosh. Who is this guy?
He's a maniac. Absolutely. I remember watching it early on, the first few times watching it, thinking not much about him, but like, oh, he's funny. Like, you know, he's being a little like, he's over the top, but it's funny. But yeah, I'm with you now. I'm like, yeah, like that part is, I could cut out a little more of his character for sure.
Like, how's this guy employed there? Like, what's he doing?
Right. What's his job?
Yeah.
I guess because he's tapped into the culture, maybe would be my guess. Like he's part of it in some way. So
yes,
he's got to be somebody's son, maybe is what it is.
Yeah, sure.
Some record exec's son or something.
Yeah,
that'd be my guess.
But kind of came as a package deal with like, hey, you know, we'll give you these concert tickets on a regular basis for the venue. I mean, he's the son of somebody that owns a prestigious venue.
Maybe that's what it is, yeah.
And they're telling Milo, we'll give you a steady stream of concert tickets to, you know, to these events.
Right.
But you got to hire my son.
Yeah. Just
what's he going to do? You just have to hire him. I don't know.
Right. Just put him in an office, whatever.
Yeah.
Make him happy.
Yeah.
Let him be on the phone all day talking about Clydesdales, I guess.
That's right.
Well, all right. Oh, well, okay. Okay, one more question for you.
Okay, one more.
This will be my last one. But seriously, my last one. The contract he signs at the end, is that the same contract that they end up with, that the record label puts on file for him, for the band? Because he signed it before he used it.
I don't think they go with that label.
You don't think they go with that label?
I think Ian
because
helps them find a better label.
Yeah, that's true. Like he told him, like if you don't play, if you walk, your contract is voided or whatever.
Yeah,
and then they threw their guitars up. Yeah. I think the contract got voided. You're right, but you know they'd have to file it with the courts before they. That's on file somewhere.
Sure.
There's a strict contract. With somebody somewhere.
Well, we'll give this one to the intern. You can take this.
What is this, chocolate? Oh god, this is chocolate.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, all right. Well, that's it. That's Airheads. Like, I mean, I could go on forever about this movie. This was so much fun. Yeah. I love rewatching this movie. I'm going to rewatch it again. If you have this movie on DVD or you're lucky enough to have it on Blu-ray, enjoy it. Put it in. Watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Stale popcorn. You got any for me this week?
No, I can't really think of anything that's been bugging me. I will say, because I do like to talk a little bit about, you know, new things that I've encountered or whatever. My stepson and I, we went and watched why can't I think of the name all of a sudden?
Weapons.
Weapons. Yes, we went and watched Weapons. Thank you. Gosh.
Yes.
Great movie. Lives up to the hype. Totally does.
No.
If you haven't watched it, you should go see it. Great movie. I don't want to give anything
good things from you.
It's great movie. Yes. I forgot I did text you about that, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting here working on I was working on the edit from last week whenever you wrote me about that. But yeah, I'll check it out when it comes home, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, me, stale popcorn. I got a little one. This is kind of like along your vein. It's nothing that has anything to do with anything we've talked about recently. But, you know, I've been pulling out my DVD collection and going through it, and I've been messing with those and, you know, finding ones that we want to watch and stuff. double-sided discs. How do you know which side to put up so the laser can read the right side? This one is worse than the USB. Like, I hate that they did double-sided DVDs.
I don't feel like... I feel like the little imprints that they put on the inside of that disc are lies. It's a full screen, widescreen. You pop it in. It's full screen. Okay, if I put full screen... This says full screen, so I need to put it upside down so that it reads the full screen side. No, this is widescreen. I mean, I don't know why you want to watch something in full screen, but you know what I mean. So you pop it out. Okay, so it's meaning that the full screen side is on the bottom. If I'm seeing the label that says full screen, you put it in. It's still widescreen. Like you're saying, USB. Take the thing out, put it back in. Now it's full screen.
Yes. Drives me nuts.
It's terrible.
I hate it. I really hate whenever they got two movies.
Oh, yeah. My daughter's but we got her all the Beethoven movies, and they're all in double-sided discs. Yeah. Oh, she's like, I want to watch the third one. You put it in. Daddy, this is the fourth one. The disc said it was the third one. I have no idea. So I guess you're watching the fourth. No, I'd change it for her. But
did anybody ever come out with a double lasered DVD player that played both sides of the disc at once, maybe?
That would have been...
There you go. I think that's the answer right there.
Yeah.
Well, in hindsight,
or just higher compact discs,
or print two discs.
Yeah. Just print two. You're going to spend the extra quarter on a disc?
Right. You can afford it. It's okay. The movie made $11 million. You're all right.
Yeah. No,
But anyways, that's been my complaint this last week is double-sided discs. Luckily, there's not that many of them. It was early DVDs, and then they phased it out pretty quick when they started doing double layers. But they drive me nuts. I have just a couple that are double-sided, and I hate them.
Yes.
Any gum under the seat for us this week?
Gum under the seat, we do. Got one from... buddy, I'm so sorry. Josh Hirderoy. I'm butchering your name, and I'm so very sorry. Commented on our Zoolander episode, said, such a fun and nostalgic deep dive into Zoolander. Loved every moment of the episode. We did too. It was fun to rewatch it, and we're glad that you enjoyed it as well. Thanks for commenting. And then we do have a couple... Us. Yes. We do have a couple new subscribers here. We got Can Pack and Reload World. So welcome, guys or gals. Yeah. And we appreciate you being here and hope you keep finding stuff that you like. Let us know what you like and what you don't like and what you'd like us to cover. We do try to do listener suggested episodes once in a while.
We do
kind of have a schedule laid out, but if you mention something, we will get to it. And
usually around springtime, we have pretty open schedule. We get to them around that time.
Yeah.
Got a couple already in the can, or coming up, I should say, in the spring.
In the can.
We got planned. On the schedule. That's what I meant to say, not in the can. This one's going in the can. Those are on the schedule. They have not been canned yet.
There is a comment that we did have on our Facebook, on the Facebook feed. So Ian Derrickson had commented. I guess it was from it was from the beginning of the episode when we were talking about licensing rights and stuff like that with TV shows. And he had commented, the Walker Texas Ranger theme changed about 3 seasons in with Chuck Norris singing. Glad they didn't change that. Man. I did not realize that, Ian. I had no idea.
Wow. I know they're rebooting Walker. I hope they use that theme song.
Oh, they should. They should. Yeah. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it now because I didn't realize they had Chuck Norris singing on.
I got to confess, I've never really watched Walker Texas Ranger. I think I've seen that like bits and pieces of it here and there, but I've never sat down and watched it.
I haven't watched it for a long time, but our father watched it a lot. And really? I would watch it with him. Because I was in the living room, and when back then it was like we had cable on one TV in the house, and whatever Dad wants to watch, that's what we're watching.
We watched,
a
lot of this old house.
That's right. Yeah, he watched a lot of Walker, Texas Ranger too, and I remember watching that with him. Yeah.
Remember that in Law and Order? Law and Order was one that he'd come home and watch on his lunch breaks.
My wife and I have gotten into watching some Law and Order.
Which one?
There's
like 90 of them.
She watched through the entire. Well, she got caught up on Special Victims Unit, and I watched several of those with her. And then we've started to pick at the original series, but we haven't gotten too far into it. But
Special Victims Unit, is that the one with Ice Cube or Ice-T?
yeah, Ice-T. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's really good. Yep. Especially the first, I don't know, first several seasons. They got a lot of celebrity guests and stuff on there. And, yeah.
All right.
Pretty good. But
all right. Got a retro ramble for us?
Retro ramble for next week, and then we'll get out of here. Who was your favorite teacher? Who was your favorite teacher? Require you to think about that for just a little bit. Yeah. We all had that teacher, I think, that well, maybe not you. Okay. Let me. I will wipe the slate clean on that. Who was your most memorable teacher? I'll rephrase it. If you don't have a favorite, your most memorable.
Favorite or most memorable. All right.
Yep.
I'll think about this one.
Okay.
It's been a while.
All right. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think about Airheads. Who your favorite teacher was. What's the last song you karaoke carpool to? That's what we talked about
what's your favorite?
Before the show. What's your favorite? Oh. Changes by Black Sabbath. But anyway.
Yeah. I can't think off the top of my head my favorite.
Right. Until next time, guys, we've reached another checkpoint. Thanks for listening. Sharing is caring. As always, please share this podcast with your friends, like, subscribe, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you can. We would appreciate that. Star review on Spotify. Anything you can do to IMDb. We are on IMDb now. We're that famous now. Anything you can do helps the podcast a lot. We really appreciate it. Helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. So, anyway, till next time, be kind, rewind, and we'll see you then.
Lemmy is God.
This Podcast Takes Tokens is a Clay Street production.